Alrighty, YouTube, Niner Empire, what is going down? Welcome back to another video. So, along with Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, and George Kittle heading to the Pro Bowl, the 49ers named 6 other players that will be heading to the 2024 Pro Bowl. There's 3 guys that didn't make the Pro Bowl that is absolutely absurd. Somehow, some way, the NFL didn't get these guys in the Pro Bowl, but I'll go over that. So along with McCaffrey, Purdy, and Kittle, obviously leading in the top 5 in the entire NFL and vote getters, those guys led their positions by a landslide, and there were 3 49ers players, obviously Purdy, McCaffrey, and Kittle, that led, or I guess that were in the top 5 in total Pro Bowl votes. Obviously, Brock Purdy led the entire NFL with 451,000 votes to get to the Pro Bowl, which that's kind of expected. That guy had a tremendous season. He was in the MVP race for pretty much the entire NFL season. So there's really nobody else more deserving on the 49ers than Brock Purdy getting to the Pro Bowl. But along with along with McCaffrey, Purdy, and Kittle, Nick Bosa, Javon Hargrave, Kyle Juszczyk, Fred Warner, Trent Williams, and Charvarius Ward were also named to the 2024 Pro Bowl. So all those guys are deserving. All those guys had tremendous seasons, without a doubt. There's no arguing that. But Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, and Dre Greenlaw not making it is absolutely absurd to me. I get it's based off votes and things like that, but Brandon Ayuk had the best season of his career. He eclipsed well over 1,000 yards receiving. Deebo Samuel has over 1,000 total yards rushing and receiving on the season. Those guys not making the Pro Bowl is absurd to me. And then Dre Greenlaw, who's without a doubt a top probably 5 linebacker in the entire NFL, along with Fred Warner being the best at it. Him not making it is absurd as well. The Pro Bowl, though, has kind of become a joke. I mean, in recent memory, like in the early 2000s, early 2010s, the Pro Bowl actually used to be fun to watch. There was actually defense being played. Like it was a real game being played. And then over the years, you know, defense in the Pro Bowl really wasn't a thing. Players wouldn't really play defense too much. And then it started to become, you know, to what it is now with the flag football stupid stuff. And kind of like the arcade game type things that they do. So the Pro Bowl is a joke all in all, but it's still a prestigious award to be named to a Pro Bowl. But at the end of the day, I kind of look at it more as like being named All Pro is without a doubt, a more prestigious award than getting to the Pro Bowl. And I can easily say that all 9 of these guys headed to the Pro Bowl, without a doubt, should be named All-Pro once again. Brock Purdy should be an All-Pro, especially after the season he had. And then Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and Dre Greenlaw, those guys also all should be All-Pro. I get you can't, you know, like the 49ers have the most players, I'm pretty sure, in the entire NFL go to the Pro Bowl. So I get you can't name every single 49ers player just because we have a loaded roster. You can't name them all to the Pro Bowl, but I mean, there was other guys, like DJ Moore was snubbed from the Pro Bowl. I thought he had a pretty fantastic season in Chicago. Obviously, they didn't win too much, but it shouldn't take away from him having a good season. But there were multiple other players in the NFL that weren't named to the Pro Bowl that was kind of shocking to me. So it is what it is. The Pro Bowl is a joke all in all, you know, especially what it's came to, like I said, but at the end of the day, you know, All Pro is more important, and I definitely think there's going to be probably more 49ers players, you know, named as All Pro when the season's all said and done. So it is what it is, but obviously congratulations to McCaffrey, Bosa, Purdy, Hargrave, Juice, Kittle, Warner, Trent Williams, and Charvarius Ward all being named to the Pro Bowl. Nobody else more deserving, of course. You could have easily thrown in 3 more players. Greenlaw, Ayuk, you know, Deebo Samuel, without a doubt. I believe all 3 of those guys were listed as Pro Bowl alternates, but it's not the same as actually being a Pro Bowler. Obviously, you guys know how Pro Bowl alternates work. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, kudos to all the Niners players that made it. Again, I mean, nobody else more deserving. I believe all these players that I listed were number one at their position and being voted to the Pro Bowl. That's all obviously thanks to the Niner faithful and the fans out there for voting those guys in. But yeah, Ayuk, Debo, and Greenlaw, without a doubt, are Pro Bowlers in my opinion, especially Brandon Ayuk. Like, if there's one out of that bunch you could easily throw into the Pro Bowl, it's Brandon Ayuk. He's having the best season of his career. Dre Greenlaw has consistently been snubbed year after year, so I'm not surprised that they got it wrong once again. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I think for the most part, 9 players on the 49ers being named to the Pro Bowl, you know, that's a lot of players. That just kind of shows you how loaded the team really is, all in all. But yeah, obviously, congrats to the 9 49ers players that were named to the Pro Bowl. Obviously, let me know your guys' thoughts on who you think got snubbed on the 49ers. Without a doubt, it's got to be Ayuk, Debo, and Greenlaw. But if there's anybody else you guys think that should have made the Pro Bowl, obviously drop a comment down below. I believe Chase Young was also named as an alternate. So, yeah, I mean, Chase Young, obviously, he hasn't had a great season, but he's still a very pivotal piece to this 49ers team, of course. Chase Young, I believe, has dealt with injuries, though, and he was traded, and he kind of had to learn a new system somewhat. So, again, you could name, like, the entire 49ers team to the Pro Bowl. Like, they've all had tremendous seasons. But, yeah, so the Niners named 9 players to the NFL Pro Bowl this year. Again, Brock Purdy led every single NFL player in voting this year, followed by Christian McCaffrey at number 2, and then George Kittle was the top, or he was number 4 in terms of most Pro Bowl votes total for this year. So, again, let me know who you guys think got snubbed, who you guys think should have got in. There's a lot of players out there that got snubbed, but again, this happens every year. Like, there's multiple players every year, not even on the 49ers, just in, you know, in the NFL, on other teams in general that get snubbed. So I'm not surprised that the snubbing of some of the top players in the NFL continues to happen. But again, the Pro Bowl's a joke. The All-Pro Award's more, you know, that's kind of more prestigious in my opinion. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But yeah, congrats to the 9 guys that were named to the Pro Bowl. As always, go Niners. I'll see you guys in the next one.